Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Our first topic is coming from Landon, Wodash. Hey, John and crew. As I'm writing this, it's 11 p.m. Central Time, and the Lightyear first reactions are just now dropping. The reactions so far are fantastic. I've been out of my mind excited for this film, and now I'm even more excited. What are your thoughts on this? Have a great day.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, man. And yeah, look, we went to CinemaCon 5-6 weeks ago. I can't remember how long ago it was now. And they was the first 30, right?
30, yeah.
They showed us. The Disney presentation starts, and the guy, president of the film division, comes out and goes, oh yeah, we're going to show you the first full half hour of Lightyear. And we're like, what? Really? And then they played the first half hour. And I made this statement after we saw it. I said that Lightyear will be the fourth animated film in history to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. And I said that just based on the first 30. Hey, look, for all I know, it goes to complete shit after that. Yep. I have no idea. I don't know for sure. But what I do know is this, is if the following, hour and whatever minutes after what we saw are as good as what we saw, this movie's going to be nominated for Best Picture. We were howling laughing. Everybody was crying. Mm-hmm. The basic story premise is great. There's a little bit of Interstellar, a little Christopher Nolan interstellarism in there. Mm-hmm. I mean, and Chris Evans stepping in for Tim Allen to do the voice of Lightyear, never missed a beat. I remember when they first announced this movie, they said Chris Evans was going to do it. I love Chris Evans. We thought, man, it's just going to stand out to us so much that it's not Tim Allen doing the voice. Nope, not a problem. It's not a problem at all. And now they did a screening of it, and the first reactions are coming out, and it sounds like it is going to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Shannon Williams writes, Lightyear is out of this world, fantastic, a fun and heartfelt film that revived my childhood nostalgia while taking me on a new epic sci-fi journey. Chris Evans does a great job taking over the mantle of Buzz Lightyear, and Socks is my favorite Pixar character and completely stole the show. Listen, you know what I believe. There should be exterminator companies for cats.
No.
I do not like cats.
No.
I think they're horrible. They're a plague on the world. That being said, my God, Socks the cat in this movie is going to sell toys like Baby Yoda. This cat steals the show. This little robot cat completely steals the show. And that's coming from me. So, I mean, yeah, you are going to love Socks. In just a half hour, became like an all-star. Kristen wrote, as a big Toy Story fan, I was originally a bit skeptical about the idea of Lightyear, but director Agnes McLean proved me wrong and delivered. He knocks it out of the park with a gorgeous love letter to sci-fi epics that will surprise even the biggest fans of the franchise. Ben Kendrick, a friend of ours, writes, Lightyear is exactly what Pixar fans likely expected. It's fun, it's exciting, it's one of the most visually stunning films in their portfolio. Still, the most impressive accomplishment is introducing us to a new Buzz that is both familiar and yet entirely fresh. Rachel Lynchman writes, at one point in Lightyear, a perfect movie. At one point in Lightyear, comma, a perfect movie, comma, Buzz course corrects a ship with his thighs, and I will be thinking about it for the rest of my life. That must have come after the half hour. Liam Crowley writes, Lightyear is the family adventure the summer movie season has been missing. Moves at light speed and is riddled with that famous Pixar complexity. Chris Evans is charming lead, but his sidekick is the scene stealer. He is. Left with the biggest smile. What more can you ask for? And guys, it goes on and on and on. Now, we just covered the first reactions for Jurassic World Dominion. And everybody came out of that movie going, yeah, not so good. Several people, like our friend Scott Mance, even come out and said, this is the worst film they've ever done. I mean, so it's kind of nice now to come into a first reaction for a movie that people are coming out and like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest things you're ever going to see. And all it does for me is it excites me more. Again, that first 30 minutes has stuck with me. I have thought more about the first 30 minutes of that movie than almost any movie I have seen since that time. It was absolutely remarkable. We saw the full screening of Top Gun Maverick. And you guys know how much I like Top Gun Maverick. The first 30 minutes of Lightyear are better than Top Gun Maverick. I mean, it's just nutty good. Anyway, Chris, you saw the first 30 minutes as me. You've read all the reactions that are coming out here. What's your response to this?
I cried real hard next to you during this.
You did. She was like, I'm like looking over and I'm like, are you okay?
He's like, no.
He's like,
I'm not okay. This is beautiful and I hate it. This movie, gosh, I'm so happy that Acts 2 and 3 are delivering because I loved what we saw at CinemaCon. And, Pixar does deliver. They really do. And I'm so happy with everyone's performance in this. I mean, one, Rob said this before, it's a great sci-fi film in itself. It's not, just a animated Pixar film. It is a fantastic sci-fi story with wonderful sci-fi elements in it that are going to get kids excited about STEM, which is really, really fun to me. The voice acting is incredible because a lot of times, I mean, we've seen this with Marvel's What If and other shows. Sometimes when you have on-camera actors, they phone in the voice acting. It sounds real, real bad. Chris Evans does a beautiful job in this. Pixar always hires directors who get the most out of their actors, even if they are on-camera people. But man, he does such a great job to the point where it makes sense where now Tim Allen in canon is the sound-alike who was hired to be this character.
That's right.
Which is so cool and so meta. Socks is perfect. He should be protected at all costs. I can't wait for other people to see this film. I can't wait to go see this multiple times.
Rob, you were there with I remember when they ended the 30 minutes and the whole theater was like, wait, what? Why is this stopping? Like we were all, but you and I looked at each other and we were like, that was fucking good. I mean, like, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, to echo the sentiments of both of you, I too, it's completely unexpected. When I cry in movies, and it hasn't been that many. I mean, I cried at the end of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan when Kirk got choked up.
Yeah.
When Nettie shows up at the end of Color Purple, comes back from Africa and they're out there and the things are waving and I was like, I lost it. But I wasn't expecting to cry in those movies. Like the emotion that they've generated in me over the course of the story, suddenly it's almost like a spark on gasoline. I did not expect to have an emotional crying response in this movie. Totally earned. It was based out of story and character and the situation. And it was a situation that you had to understand from a science fiction perspective. And when it was going on, dude, same kind of thing. I literally involuntary. I couldn't have. And it wasn't. I was just like you. Water was pouring. It was like Princess. It was Princess Aura in Flash Gordon when she says to Ming, she goes, "Look, water is leaking from her eyes," and Ming says, "They call them tears, a sign of their weakness." I mean, I felt just like that. I'm like, Ming is judging me right now because I was just.
Somebody make that shirt. Ming judges you,
and then you know what else? Then you start realizing you get self-conscious. Like, are people looking at me because my shirt is soaking wet now? Yeah. But again, like this film is so wonderful. It's so beautifully designed. The homage to the Ares 1B in 2001. People are like, what? It's a spaceship. You'll notice. It's so gorgeous, and the characterizations are so great, and the way it works in the Toy Story universe is pretty brilliant. I mean, from the very beginning, it tells you. But I can't wait to see the rest of this movie.
Now, what year did Toy Story come out? The original Toy Story?
5?
So it was basically the movie starts with a black screen and then these words superimpose on. In 1995, Andy, whatever the kid's last name is, was given a Buzz Lightyear toy based on a popular movie. This is that movie. And everybody in the theater was like, oh, I see what they're doing here. Ray, what did you think?
I'm going to go completely opposite of you guys. I do not want to see this movie.
What?
I haven't been so Pixar lately. I only seen Toy Story 1, maybe a part of 2. But it's only because, this movie, it got me emotional too. But I know there's going to be another part like that. And I was exhausted after seeing the first 30 minutes of this film. I was like, I don't want to have to go through that twice or 3 times throughout the movie. This thing is going to be really good. I have no doubt. I just, it already took everything from me in the first 30 minutes.
So we're gonna make Ray see this and get his out of theater reaction for sure now. By the way, I've been having people asking me because they've heard a lot about the emotionalism in it. People say, is it as emotional as the opening of Up? Which of course is like one of the most purely emotional things I've ever seen in cinema. And I'd say this, it's not quite on that level, but it's reminiscent of it.
Yes.
And
it is in the same vein.
It's in the same vein. That's a really good way to put it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Have you been looking forward to Lightyear? You see the out of the theater reactions coming now. They are all absolutely through the roof. Are you excited for it? Maybe it's not your thing. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, we want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Upside. You guys remember a while ago I started using Upside. Upside is an incredible, easy to use app for buying groceries, dining out, or even buying gas. And with every purchase you make at those shops, restaurants, or gas stations, you are earning cash back thanks to Upside. When I started using Upside, I was incredibly impressed with just how easy the app is to use and how easy it is to start accumulating cash that I can deposit directly into my bank account, PayPal, Amazon gift card, many different ways. And like I said, I was incredibly impressed at just how easy and simple and straightforward the process is to start getting cash back now. To get started, just download the free Upside app in the Apple App Store or Google Play. Use my promo code CAMPEA, that's CAMPEA, and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Once you've got the app, just claim an offer for whatever it is you're buying on Upside. Check in at the business, pay as usual with a debit card or a credit card, and get paid. Download the free Upside app and use promo code Campea Show to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using the promo code Campea Show.